Hello everyone and welcome to another Tutorial Thursday. My name is Swiss, and for this week we're going to be going over how to play Snake on Smashville. Definitely one of Snake's stronger stages, at least in my opinion, depending on matchup obviously, and probably for the same opinion for you guys as well. So if you guys like the content, like and subscribe. We're going to go over how to play Snake on the stage in all aspects, and let's go ahead, let's dive right in, and let's get it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started with going over the stage. Like I said before, I think that is a very strong stage for Snake, and a good example of that would be watching Ally. Ally likes to counterpick Smashville a lot, and you can see that very clearly if you watch his matches often. But he definitely enjoys Smashville, and I think I would probably say that for myself, I didn't like Smashville that much in this game because of the fact that it wasn't like Brawl, where like the platform moves side to side like with hazards on, and that's what I missed from Brawl, to be able to control the stage by putting C4 on the platform and letting it go side by side. But I think I would say that the more you play on it, the more you will understand and realize that this is still a very, very strong stage for Snake. And it's primarily because of the platform. The platform covers pretty much half of the stage, right? So you can just have a C4 right here, and then your opponent has to respect that. So they might be kind of scared to run through the platform because of the fact that, you know, there's a C4 there. They don't want to get hit. They might jump over it, but then that's an opening. You could try to anti-air them with up tilt up air or anything like that too. So that's one thing that makes the stage strong for Snake. And generally though, I personally like using down tilt on this stage. I don't know why, but down tilt just feels very good on this stage. It feels like it covers a lot. The stage is like a little bit big, right? But it's not like insanely small. So you still have room to like move around, cover the stage with explosives, and just kind of work your way around the stage. So that's really, really good. Now, the blast zones are a little bit smaller, I will say that. So with the fair test, so like let's say drop down fair, I can't recover, very similar to Yoshi's. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind. Now, as I was saying earlier too, like this stage can kind of be like matchup dependent, and based on like if you want to play on it or not, and you just have to really look out for characters that have really good kill moves that kill off of the sides, because the sides are a little bit smaller too. So something as an example would be Zero Suit Samus's up B. So Zero Suit Samus's up B is going to be able to kill Snake earlier because the side blast zones are a little bit smaller. In this case being said, you can still take the opponent to this stage if they do have like a side move, like a move that kills off the sides, but you just got to be very, very you just have to be very aware that you're going to die earlier than normal. So there's that. So in the matchup, I mean in the stage, like using the stage in general, you typically want to have C4 on this platform when you're playing. So like in the neutral, getting the C4 on the platform is generally going to be like your main thing. Like what you want to do specifically is get that C4 on the platform. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that if you're player 2, let's say, at the beginning of the stage, I mean at the beginning of the match, when you start the match and you're on player 2 side, the platform will slowly move in by itself, and then it stops in the middle, if you guys notice that. So if you start on player 2 side and that's platform is coming in, you have enough time to jump and place C4, and it'll immediately be on the platform, and then it'll stop in the middle, and then the C4 is there. Now, if you're on player 1 side, it's a little bit unfortunate. You're going to start right here. You're going to have to like jump up there and get the C4 in that way, and then you're just going to have to kind of work around that. But if you're on player 2 side, at the very least, you could double jump C4. It'll get on the platform. Platform will stop in the middle, and then your C4 will be on the platform. So very, very nice to have if you're fortunate enough to be on player 2 side. Now, for the neutral, again, C4 is going to be up here. If you're playing a more experienced player, someone that knows the matchup very, very well, then generally you're going to want to have to mix it up, because on this stage, they're going to know for sure that C4 is going to be on that platform, and that's what you're going to want to do. So if you're able to mix it up, maybe place it right here, or place it down here, or over here, then mixing up your C4 placements is definitely going to mess with your opponent a little bit. So let's say I have a C4 here, I play up close, they come over here, then they got to worry about the C4. Let's say they get around it, and then let's say I place it over here, do the same thing. And then, you know, if you're mixing up your C4 placements, they're never going to really... They're going to have to, like, watch out for it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because you're mixing up the options. So when you're playing Snake, when someone's playing Snake and you keep putting C4 in the same exact spot, they're just going to remember that in their head that, okay, it's always going to be here. So I can just move around that very easily. They don't really have to think too much about it. You know what I mean? But if you're placing it in different parts of the stage, they have to think more and they have to process more of what exactly is going on. And if you're able to distract them with C4, then you're going to be able to find other openings in the match. So keep that in mind. So again, but generally, you know, C4 is going to be up here, and then you're going to have either one of two options, very similar to what I said in previous stage videos like Battlefield and so on and so forth. It's going to be camping behind it or playing up close. So you can camp behind it if you'd like, wait for your opponent to come in, then you got the C4, and that's pretty much it. Now, if you have it in the middle, you can still come up close, fight them up close, and then if they try to run away from you, you got the C4 right here as well. So there's that. One other thing that I would say for this stage that is extremely, extremely helpful, and I don't really see too many people do it, is platform camping. Platform camping is extremely good on this stage, mainly because the platform is so big, so you have a lot of movement options. And again, the stage covers pretty much 50% of the, the platform covers 50% of the stage. So what platform camping is, if you haven't seen my video on it, I highly recommend to go back and watch it. But generally, platform camping is just making sure that you're only on the platform using explosives, grenades, C4, you know, and then just kind of like moving around. So this helps primarily because if you're playing a rushdown character or typically a sortie, such as like the Fire Emblem characters, Shulk, Mennonite, etc., having grenades on this platform and then just moving around it and not getting on the bottom, on the base of the stage, but actually the platform, just staying up here, your opponent has no option but to fight you, and they have to come in and hit you. But the scariest thing for them is that if you have, like, you know, just a bunch of stuff going on here, like you got grenades, you got C4, you know, they're going to be very intimidated by that, and it's going to be a lot harder for them to actually hit you. And then when they do come in, they have to worry about 2 grenades, they have to worry about a C4. You can also put an up smash if you want, and if they hit the grenade, they'll more than likely DI into the mortar. So there's that too. And then of course, you know, if you land something, you try to get like an up air out of it, or like a back air, not neutral air. Don't do neutral air, but it's going to help out a lot. I find this very, very helpful again with sorties and Rob, because Rob's hitboxes are really big when he uses like forward air, neutral air, back air, up tilt. That all that stuff kind of like shuts him down. So because the grenade covers enough to hit his big body, basically. So there's that. So again, you know, platform camping helps out a lot. It's not going to work in every single matchup, obviously. So don't expect it to work on like Mario or Sheik or Zero Suit Sam or something like that, you know. So you can play around with it, see like what matchups it works for, which matchups it doesn't work for, and then just kind of carry on from there. But platform camping on this stage is extremely, extremely good. And it's much easier than Battlefield or PS2 or any other stage that has platforms, because they're not as big as this platform. This is pretty much the biggest platform you're going to get as far as legal stages goes. So definitely try it out, play around with it, and see how that works out for you. Now that we've kind of gone over the neutral and kind of like an advantage state, which is like primarily, actually, let's go over advantage state real quick. It's with this stage, edge guarding should be no issue, and I'll say that because up smash can actually hit below ledge if you position it correctly because of the explosive. Now it's going to be really hard, but you're better off using C4 if anything. But Smashville has like this lip here that you can actually hit opponents under. So as an example, like I can hit Mewtwo with an up air right there. So you could do the same thing with the C4, and C4 will hit under the lip or under the ledge of the stage. So that could be used as an edge guard. You can play C4 right here. You could do something like this, or whatever you feel is going to be necessary. But you can up smash if you're one of those up smash guys. You can definitely up smash, no problem here. You're not really going to be able to do what Vinny G does if you do up smash over here, because it's not really going to help because how far you are from the ledge. Now, it'll help against certain people, like let's say Zero Suit Samus using flip kick, then they can flip kick into the mortar and stuff like that. So again, like up smash is very good on this stage. There's nothing blocking it. You have an open area. You can pretty much do whatever option you would like to do as far as setting things up. So that's going to be very helpful. Now, again, C4 on ledge could definitely hit below the ledge. If you time it right, it can 2-frame. It could hit them before they even grab the ledge. So definitely keep that in mind. Now, with disadvantage such as recovering, there's quite some things you need to know. First off, again, blast zones are a little bit smaller, so if you get spiked, you're gonna die a little bit earlier than normal. And if you get launched off the side, you might die a little bit earlier too. But if you're one of those Snake players that likes to instantly use your double jump and up B, you might have a hard time getting back on stage, primarily because the opponent, since everything is smaller, your opponent has better room to actually get up there and hit you, especially if they have like a good jump, or like Falco, like Palu or something like that, where they have like a really good double jump and they can get up there pretty high and pretty quickly. They can get up there and just hit you very, very easily. So one thing that you could do that I enjoy doing is jump back. Oh, whoops. You can use your second jump, but don't jump forward. Kind of like jump back or jump neutral, and then use your down air to kind of you can use your down air to basically float, make yourself float a little bit more. It could help with horizontal movement, because obviously if you jump and then up B, then you don't really have too much room where you can land. Like you can land like somewhere between here or go for the ledge. But if you down air, you can kind of move a little bit more, so you have a little bit more room to kind of move around in. So that could definitely assist you as far as landing goes. So, but yeah, jumping forward and then up being is obviously in general just something you don't generally want to do with Snake, but for the most part on this stage you mainly don't want to do it, because again, if they know the matchup, they're definitely going to jump up there and they're going to hit you for doing that. So keep that in mind, unless it's someone that doesn't really have a good jump, like Ganondorf or something that can't really actually get up there. Then in that case, you have options to just be able to jump and then up B without any repercussions or anything like that. Overall, though, that's basically everything that you would need to know about using Snake on this stage. Again, the more grenades and C4 that you use on the stage, the better it's going to be. Like I said, this stage is small, but it's not extremely small. But covering the stage with explosives and down tilts just works very, very well on this stage. So definitely hope that this all helps. So yeah, if you guys want to add anything else, please leave it in the comment section down below. I appreciate all of you guys watching the video. Again, my name is Swiss. Thank you again, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye now.
Never duplicate you, never multiply two. Everyone copy and paste, mask all up in on their face. Disney fantasy and PH, they are cool with their complaints. You feel it in you, then you brush it off you. Insignificant, but you got something we want, and your whole life is a taunt, cause you will not just comply. Waking up for your day.